Hi guys, welcome to my channel Vinyl Beauty, or welcome back. I'm Debbie if you don't know me. So in today's video I'm super excited. I'm finally getting around to filming with the Glamlite and Rick Morty palette. I bought the whole collection when it came out back in June, but by the time I got back from my holiday, because it came out when I was on vacation, there was other things that had come out that I wanted to film with and I just didn't get time to film with this one. So today's the day and I'm really excited for it. We're going to be doing something orange and green in today's video. I'm only going to be doing one look. It's all I've really got time for today. But as I say, super excited to be diving into this palette and playing with it because it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to bring you in closer and let's get started. Okay, so really excited to be playing with this. As I say, it's a gorgeous palette. I love the way it's packaged and the artwork on it. I knew nothing about Rick and Morty though before buying it. It's not the reason for buying it, but I just love all these collabs that Glamlite do. I think they do such a good job with the packaging, and I'm such a packaging person, as you guys know. And the colour story really spoke to me because it's super bright. It's a rainbow palette, but in person I think it's even more like bright, almost neon, than it even appears in videos or in pictures. So really excited to be playing, particularly with that sort of lime greeny shade that's in there that's next to the orange. I think that's beautiful. I picked up both of the lip kits as well. Already used the Rick lip kit in another video, so I'll link that if you're interested to see what that looks like. But we're going to be using this one today, which is the Accelerate Time lip kit. I did buy this setting spray, which is so cool, in this beaker here. I don't really use setting spray, so I just wanted it more for the thing that it is. I bought the whole collection and I just thought it was just super cool. I probably might use it to spray my brush though, and I might do that in this video because I do find with Glamlite shimmers that if I use my NYX glitter primer, the shimmer's already quite emollient, and then when you add a glitter primer as well, they can break up and crease on me after time. So I think I might use that to spray my brush today. I've also got the highlighter trio, so we're going to be using one of the shades from that. But we're going to start with blush, and I don't obviously have a blush from this collection because there was no blush in it. And in my palette of Glamlite shame, because I've got a lot of Glamlite I've not used, I've got the summer Scooby collection, and we're going to use the blush from this because I think it'll be perfect with the look. So I'm going to use this orangey shade here, and I'm going to apply it with the Angie Hot and Flashy blush brush. I bought some more of the BK Beauty brushes. I'm really obsessed with the brushes from them now. They're so good. I never really thought about how quality brushes makes a difference to your makeup application, but particularly for face brushes I think it really does. I've applied my foundation with the angled foundation brush today, and so good. It gets into every little nook and cranny. It's really good, and it's flat so you can really blend out well. I'm liking this blush brush as well. Trying to go in sparingly because Glamlite has quite a pigmented blush formula, which isn't a problem because I love blush, but just trying to keep it controlled so that I know where it's going to go and it doesn't get out of hand. But that's probably my perfect blush shade. I love a corally warm orangey blush like this. So pretty. Perfect on my skin tone, I think. We'll go with highlighter next, and these are duochrome highlighters, so it's really difficult to show you the shifts on camera, but we're going to go with the middle shade here, Cosmos. This has got kind of pinky tones in it, orangey, pinky, peachy tones, so I think it's the best to go with the look because one of them's blue and one of them's lilac, so those probably wouldn't match the look too well, but I think this is probably the best bet. I'm layering it slightly over that blush as well. That's really pretty though, really nice. For the eye look I'm going to go in with my Juvia's iPrep iPrime eye primer. I'm excited to try this palette out today to see if it might be the one that I take on my next vacation. I'm going to the island of Crete in Greece in 3 weeks time, or just under 3 weeks time. I'll be there now in 3 weeks. So we're on the Friday. Today's Saturday as I'm filming this, and I'm really excited for it. We love Greece. It's going to be super hot though. I don't do well with makeup in the heat. It's going to be like 30 degrees, what's that, about 86 Fahrenheit, which to me is a little warm for makeup. But I'm thinking I might take this palette because it's got everything colourful that you might need, and then I might just take a basic neutral one from McGrath if I want neutrals. You'll have to let me know in the comments, what do you guys take if you're going on holiday? I'm always looking for like the perfect palette that gives me lots of options but is quite easy to use for a holiday. Alright, for this look I'm going to keep it fairly simple. I'm going to go with the dark green in my outer corner, blending it into that lighter green sort of as we go along, and then in the inner part of my eyes I'm going to go with the orangey tones, and then probably those two shimmers on the lid. So we're keeping really into this corner here. These shades don't have names, which I don't mind honestly, but I'm going to have to point to them, so I'm going to go with the deep green first. I'm going to pack that in my outer corner. And I want to go for a kind of circular shape. I think I'm going to wear a wing today that I'm going to pull through the eyeshadow. So just packing that down. It's been a while since I've done a green eye look, so I think what I'm going to do is take this all over the lid, get it as opaque as possible, and I'm going to use the lighter, more like lime green that's almost like neon to blend this out once I've packed it on. Just packing on super pigmented but buildable as well. Just taking the brush on its edge just to do the lower lash line. At the moment I'm just patting that colour down, as I say, taking it about halfway across the lid and onto the lower lash line as well. Next I'm going to go in with this orange shade and pat that on the inner part of the lid. Oh, that's super vibrant. See what I mean about the tones in here? Oh, that's a gorgeous orange. I've got orange, green and purple in this palette, and it would make a fabulous Halloween palette if you ignore the fact that it looks like a summer rainbow palette and just hone in on the actual colours. We're not worrying about blending in the middle because I'm going to be covering that with shimmers anyway, but I just thought I'll get it nice and opaque. I never do all matte looks. Maybe I should do more all matte looks because that is pigmented. Alright, now I've got that colour down, just going to wiggle on the edges of this orange shade just to prepare it ready to go in with the lighter shade while I've got this brush in my hand. Then I'm going to take this shade and use that as my blending out shade for the green. That one's a lot more powdery. I really want that quite prominent in the look, so packing that 50% on and 50% off, and then really going to drag that out so that when I've applied my wing you can still see that colour. That is kicking up a lot of powder in the pan, but it's not fallout heavy on the eyes, so that's fine by me. Okay, I'm just spending a bit of time blending between the two shades, try and get as good of a blend as I can while still taking that super blown out as well. I'm just going to take a bigger blending brush now just to really diffuse everything in this outer corner. I'm going to take this more salmony kind of colour, peachy colour, and blend on the inner part here. Using a 211 brush, first time I will have used this one. I bought the Core Extension line from BK Beauty and I bought the Angie Hot and Flashy. I'd already got a few of the face brushes and a couple of eye brushes, and then they had a sale, and then it makes it a lot more affordable. And if you're buying them in kits as well, obviously they're always more affordable in a kit, you get a bit of a discount. I've been really impressed with BK Beauty's service actually, like they come really quickly even when they've got a sale. And the other thing I like is that over £85 of shipping to the UK is free, which you don't find too many small independent brands doing free shipping at any value really, so I think it's great they do that. and under £135 they don't add any additional customs charges, and they do all the adding of the charges above that for you. So just super simple to buy from them. I've been really impressed. But where we've got those two shades kind of touching each other, that's all we really want to do, is just leave them touching really. We don't want anything too crazy with the blend going on there because of the sort of shades they are. So for the lid, going to keep it really simple. I'm going to go from that green to that one to the orangey shade, and then pop probably that colour in my inner corner. So I picked up the deep green, going to spray it. And applying that in this outer corner where we've got that green matte shade, just to give us that little bit of sparkle on the lid there. I love the sprayer from that setting spray. Works a lot better than my MAC Fix Plus, which seems to dribble out. So I've wiped off the brush, going to go into this shade now. With this shade I'm going to take it slightly over the orange that we've laid down. And then for the inner part we're going in with the orange. And again I'm taking that slightly over that green, so that we can start blending the two. Taking that right into that inner corner. I'm using the Angie Hot and Flashy A505 to do this, to get in nice and precise there. Swap into a bit denser brush just to get a bit more payoff now. Yeah, the brush was precise, but this one's a bit more dense, it's picking up a bit more product. Just going to bring the orange around and onto my lower lash line. I was going to put a shimmer there, but I think I'm going to keep it simple. And just echo what we've got on the upper lids on this lower lid. Just packing a little bit of shimmer over the top. That's that shade here. And it's benefited from having that orangey base there. I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight actually. I think it's bright enough. Okay, so that's the look to this point. Just going to hop off camera for something in my waterline, mascara and the lip kit, and I'll be back to show you the completed look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Finished it off with a creme gel liner from Colourpop in my waterline. This is in the shade Punch. I've used my Illamasqua gel liner to create a little baby black wing there, and my Caution mascara from Hourglass. And then I've used the Accelerated Time lip kit. It's a lip pencil and a gloss. Gloss isn't my favourite if you've been here before. I think gloss is a pain. You have to keep reapplying it. It sticks to everything when you drink, you know, so you always end up with like bold spots where the gloss used to be. And your hair sticks to gloss, and yeah, gloss is just not for me really. But this is a pigmented gloss. If you like your glosses more pigmented, I certainly do. If I'm going to bother wearing gloss, I want it to have some pigment, and having the lip liner underneath allows you to create that line that I like. I like almost a Cupid's bow kind of line. I've got very thin lips naturally. I think that happens to your lips as you get older, as you've got less of them, so I always fake it with a lip liner. And then I've filled in my entire lip with the lip liner and then gone over with the gloss, and it is very iridescent and sparkly and has quite a bit of colour to it, so it is nice. It's not a sticky formula, it is nice. It's just gloss in general just isn't really my thing. And I'm going to film another video after this one, and I should probably take the lip gloss off and put something on that's a little bit more my kind of style for lips, because I like something a lot more deep and dramatic, as you probably know. But the palette, well, I love the amount of shade you get. I love the mattes. The mattes are fantastic. You saw how pigmented they went on and how easy they blend. It's great, as I say, having 30 shades. There's just so many possibilities with this palette of looks you could create. It looks very green leaning when you sort of see it on camera, but there's so much scope in here with the blues and purples and oranges. Yeah, it's really stunning. The shimmers, they're not that putty shimmer formula that I really dislike. Like, they don't feel too tacky or anything, but they're quite softly pressed, so You'll notice in this green shade here, there's a significant dip there, which I like to keep my shadows kind of pristine looking. I've tried to squeeze it back down so it looks a bit flatter. If that sort of thing doesn't bother you, then it probably won't matter to you, because it picked up perfectly fine on a brush and went on my eyes beautifully. It's gorgeous and sparkly. Just notice particularly, as I say, with that green shade, the centre one there next to the orange, that yeah, whilst it wasn't difficult to pick up, it just kind of squished as soon as like you put your brush in there. So very, very softly pressed. But yeah, I think I prefer that than it being too hard pressed, to be honest. I can never find exactly my favourite shimmer formula. I'm so picky with shimmers though. But other than that, really love the palette. Love the artwork on it. Love that Glamlite do all of these collabs. They just get me every single time. I can't wait for the Ghostface one to come out. I'm just stalking their socials every day to see when there's any more news about that. But the colours that they've revealed so far just looks right up my alley for Halloween. So super excited for that. I also ordered on the restock of the Chucky collection. I do have the whole collection, I've just never played with that on camera. But I ordered the new blush that's got the red blush in it, in the blush duo. And I ordered the Tiff bag, which is just gorgeous. So excited for those to come. And I'm going to play with the Chucky collection. I'd kind of got it too late by the time it got to me in the UK to use it as a Valentine's collection that it was intended for. And then I thought, well, Chucky's a horror movie, right? We can use that at Halloween. So I'm definitely going to be filming that with that at Halloween, and also with the Ghostface, because you can bet I'm going to be buying that. But yeah, I've really discovered Glamlite this year. Like, I had the cake palette before, but that's all I owned. And then I've really dived into Glamlite this year, and I'm so happy that I did. I love their creativity with the packaging, all these collabs they're doing, the colour stories. I love, as I say, how the mattes perform. The shimmers are ultra sparkly. Yeah, and good price point. The only thing I hate is how much it costs to get them to you in the UK. The shipping is astronomical, so if they could do something about that, which I know they are stocked now at Monolith, but even with Monolith, they kind of add a bit to the price for the fact that you're getting them from there, I think. So yeah, it'd be nice to see Glamlite do a bit like Melt does occasionally, that they do completely free shipping, but just for a really limited period of time, just to look after their overseas customers, because I think their whole ethos is that all of their products are affordable so everyone can get them, but that's not necessarily the case if you're not in the US, because it does bump it up. I mean, I've paid $65 on the Scooby-Doo collection to get it to me. I mean, that is ridiculous. I wanted it and I paid it, but yeah, that's astronomical, as I say. So if they could sort that out, they're probably one of my favourite brands, and I'd just be so happy to see that. But that's off topic really. All about the palette today. I think it's a solid rainbow palette with really nice quality. So that's all I've got for you in this video. I'm off to film another video that'll probably be coming up before this one, more than likely. So I won't give anything away in this one, but you probably will have seen it by then. And it's a gorgeous sunny day in the UK as well. So I'm going to sit out in the garden and answer some comments. I know I'm really behind on my comments. I do apologise. It's been a really busy work week for me. My boss is off. There's lots going on. So I've just been tired at night. So I'm going to try and catch up with everything. So just bear with me, but I will be answering all of your comments as soon as I've got the time and energy to do so. But thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and being here today. I hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.